Strong like I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. 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 When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men trying to reach it. Many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They say no to sleepless night. Will you find me? Hope you find me. When the sun rises, when the sun we're trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the moon. We're trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me. Trying to catch me. Trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me. Trying to catch me howling at the moon.
Can y'all hear me? Hello? Can y'all hear me? I think y'all can hear me. I think. Am I synced up? Mostly. Oh my gosh. Listen, we ain't even gonna do. Look, we're just gonna bring Coco in. Cross your fingers even more. Wait, let me see something. Hold on. I know I got to do some other
There you
stuff.
go.
I know I got to do some
We're
other
here.
stuff.
I told you all our titles are just gonna have question marks at the end from now on.
Oh my gosh.
Every last one.
Can y'all hear Coco now? Whew. Did we do it?
I think we did it.
Oh man. Y'all
Everybody
have no idea.
says yes, we're good. Amen.
Yes. Ooh.
Won't
Welcome.
he do it?
God is good all the time. Listen,
All
welcome
the
to the
time.
most jinxed, bugged, spiritual podcast known to man. Welcome to another episode of Hoodoo and Haints podcast, y'all. Coco, we did it.
We did it.
Listen,
We are here.
I see we got some guests in the congregation. So let me fill y'all in who are new, okay? We have been having so many bugs. We have a theory on
That we
from
can't say right
that we
now,
can't
but
say. We have a theory from whence all the bugs are coming, but you know, we working them out. We're working them out.
from
So
whence?
from
Right.
whence they're coming. But listen, y'all. Listen, we got a good show in store for y'all tonight. We do. We have a couple of special guests. We have a topic that we're gonna run back from last week.
Amen.
You know, so tonight come in, kick back, put your feet up, get you a beverage. Coca-Cola, run me a sponsorship, and enjoy the show. Coco,
And
what you
then
been up to?
diet.
And caffeine free.
Work and school and work, you know. Being an adult never stops, unfortunately. I needed to stop.
I
Take me back to when I had no bills, please.
I quit.
You
I
quit?
quit. Yeah, I
You
quit being
just
an
stopped
adult.
paying everything?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. I still pay the
That works
bills,
too.
but I quit trying to be mature and grown
Mm.
up. Y'all don't understand. Wreck-It Ralph and
I think
Demolition
that's
Woman.
healthy.
Well, I'm here for a good time, not for a long one.
Right.
The issue is Wreck-It Ralph and Demolition Woman. Every day, I get closer and closer to the upper room. Every day.
He trying to
Listen,
take you out.
they try to take me out. Okay, I don't know anybody who hears the sound of our voices, right? Anybody who hears us, if you guys have kids, you know what's going on. I got my niece, my
Mhm.
nephew, 1 and 2 year olds in this house. They are trying to take me out. They are. I mean,
Send help.
listen, the problem is, see, if you have a cat, cats are notorious for trying to delete you. You go up steps, they step in front of you. Whenever you step back,
Mhm.
they're behind you. Cats
Yeah,
have nothing on a toddler.
I know.
They have nothing on toddlers because the thing is, they will jump off of you. They will jump onto you. Let me tell you what Noonie did today. I was on my laptop trying to get this set up. Right, I'm on different programs and everything, trying to get everything together. Noonie sleep. She wakes up and I'm like, okay, you're awake. You're on the sofa. She climbs on my back like she normally does. And I'm like, not paying any attention because she's not diving onto the floor. I'm great. But then she like falls onto the sofa. And I'm like, okay, well, you all right. And I look, her eyes are closed. And I'm like, what in the world, oh Lord? Did she just knock herself out on the sofa?
So
Did, did,
Lord,
did she
how
just
am I
pass out?
explain this?
Like, what just happened? She dozed off standing behind me and just, I'm like, is that normal?
No.
What is going on with these children?
Maybe she fell because she was sleepy. That happens.
I think
When
that's
they be
what it
trying to
was.
fight it so long, yeah. Because when kids are trying to fight their sleep, they're also still trying to do things like normal at the same time. Which is why normally you'll see them sitting up doing something like eating a snack and they'll just be falling over.
Look, so I just I can't do it anymore. But there are no other options. I have to. So my mom, she's like, so what do you do every day when you wake up? I say usually I spend 10 minutes regretting it. Um,
Thank God, run it back.
right,
Run it back. I
and
wasn't
then
ready.
and then I start my day. But anyway, Coco, who we have today, Coco and friends. Now y'all probably have heard me mention her before, and so this is what had happened. Cause y'all know I spend time over on TikTok. I'm still over there, until they decide whatever they're gonna do with it. So I was over there, and there was this lady who popped in the chat, and I try to be involved. If y'all pop into my chat, I'm clicking to see what y'all up to. And her name was Financial Minister, and she was talking about case laws. She was talking about basically how to get your money back from the people trying to get money from you. So instantly,
Mm.
I was invested. Not that I have people calling me trying to get money. I pay my bills.
Oh, said you ain't pay on time. We're gonna need that back.
I pay my bills, you know. I haven't yet gotten to that point in prosperity where you can drive to the gas station and just turn the pump on and gaze into the distance.
You know what? I did that the other day and I was like, oh, that felt good.
This what
I
it
went
feels
inside
like
and got snacks. I came back out. I sat in the car for a minute, you know.
until you hear the click, click. Look, but for the most part, it's like $8 on number 7. That's pretty much where we
Can
roll,
I get two?
right? But she was talking about the case laws and things like that, and immediately I had this thought. I said, and I
Oh
think
Lord.
and I think I messaged her and I said it would be amazing if your financial literacy and my knowledge of hoodoo came together. And it probably sounded creepy because I didn't mean it how it sounded. I meant like the two knowledge bases. Because you know how I saw that look on your face. Cut it out. I'm always saying how since we dwell on both sides, the physical plane and the spiritual plane, we have to do work on both sides. And nowadays, people don't get results from their spiritual workings because they only want to light a candle and sit on the sofa.
Right.
And with money
Yes, they do.
workings, right? They do. And with money workings in particular, you have got to put some irons in the fire. The money ain't just going to spring up out the candle. You got to do something in order for, the universe to get the money to you. So I was like, okay,
Unless it's my candle, but go ahead.
unless it's the Saint Coco Dinero. Is your candle covered in glitter?
It is not. It is covered in nutmeg. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Because, because you're over on
I had
TikTok.
money coming out of nowhere this week. I didn't even know. Like, it was unexpected. I
Oh,
made
good.
money at like 1 o'clock this morning.
Then you definitely did not use glitter. So that means you are not a TikTok spiritualist, but I digress. Because over there, every candle got to be rolled in glitter, looking like,
I'm telling you.
looking like unicorn poop.
And every candle also has to have cinnamon.
Oh, absolutely, everything.
Don't forget that. Speed it up.
So I figured if she spoke about the financial side of things to go along with the money workings that people do, because I thought about it. When she talks about debt, because I'm going to go ahead and bring her on. She talks about debt collectors. Think about it. Most people who are doing money rituals or who begin doing them, because a lot of people come to spirituality based off of a need. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
People will initially light money candles because somebody done called a few times. So
Somebody
somebody done called.
right.
And you at home pretending not to be yourself.
Hello?
Listen, not
Wrong number.
Nap Auto Parts. That's I picked
Oh,
up.
O'Reilly.
I can't. I can't. So anyway, let's go ahead and bring her up here. Look, I mean, I see she's in the waiting room, and also tonight we are going to do the paranormal stories segment that we did not get to do last week, and our very own moderator extraordinaire Lexi Moine is going to come up and tell us her own first person, it happened to me paranormal story.
There we go.
That's what we're gonna do. All right. So let's hey, should I see financial ministers in the waiting room, but I don't know if she knows that we're live. Should I just drag her up here and see what happens? Or should I give her a heads up? Like, hey,
No.
we about
Give
to
a heads up. We
we
don't
about
need
to
nothing crazy. Then
Right.
we gotta turn off everything. We
Well,
finally got it working. We don't need to shut it down today.
right. So look, let's go ahead. Yes, we got paranormal stories tonight, y'all. But let's go ahead and bring on the financial minister herself, Miss Ozma. And you know how I remembered that? Because y'all know I'm terrible with names. I was like, you know, asthma, but with a twist. Let's go ahead and bring her on. There she is. Ma'am, you gotta unmute yourself. Welcome. But that mic check.
Hi.
Can you see
Getting
us?
instructions. There
What?
we go.
There, I texted you and said, "Come on." Wait, hold on. Let me. I think you're a little loud. Let's tell me. That's bring that down just a little bit. There. So, Coco, let me tell you what happened. What happened was we're pre-gaming before the show, and I was like, "Hey, you know, come on, introduce yourself. How the floor was gonna go." She's like, "Oh, well, normally I have people to introduce me." I'm like, "Oh, well, la di da."
Because you fancy, girl. I ain't mad.
Hey,
Yes,
I
they
ain't
got
mad. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
she is going to have like a an official announcer, like in that movie A Knight's Tale, like hear ye.
I told you we need to start bringing out the scroll at the beginning of the show. I told you that yesterday. That was going to be my start.
I see she brought her crowd with her. Here, look at that. We've got Bianca. Hey, Ozma. We got Rooted Source, Facts, the Goddess. Okay, but welcome, man. Welcome to the Hoodoo and Haints podcast, where we touch on a little bit of everything. And I don't know how much of the intro. I gave you a decent intro. I don't know how much of the intro you heard, but I was
I heard
telling
it.
people, you know, that I thought that find your brand of financial literacy is needed in our community, especially if we mix it with a little bit of hoodoo. So I mean, I see you brought your people, but for anyone who doesn't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me. Let me say that first. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Broken Prophet, for having me here. I'm a little nervous, y'all. I am. But
It's
what I
all good.
do,
We were nervous at first, too.
so he says financial literacy. I guess you can call it that. So pretty much, as you see the title, financial minister, I literally minister to your finances. I teach consumer law. A lot of people don't know what consumer law is by the name, but it's basically your rights and protections when it comes to anybody collecting a debt. You know, so he says debt collectors, but y'all may not know certain people are debt collectors. So I pretty much help you on your rights so you can get remedy that the law provides, and you know you can move about. I've written books. I have books on Amazon. I've been on state to state tours, Times Square billboards, New York Times, pretty much out here helping the community.
That is what's up. Look, so I mean, of course, I saw financial minister. I'm like, okay, all right, cool name. I entered into your live streams and I saw, I think you said, what law says you have to pay a bill? Listen, that got my attention. Coco,
Click immediately.
like,
Let me
look,
find out.
when I tell you, I was like, hold on, is there a law that says I don't have to pay a bill? Like, where did that come from?
Well, I've always really worked with my ancestors in spirituality. So I've always kind of dove into law a little bit. But one day, the ancestor said, ask them what law said you have to pay a bill. And I did. And no one had the answer. So I knew the laws that said you didn't have to, you know, because they give you the payments, you know, you get your letters, your statements, bills, whatever you want to call them. And they'll say, pay now, do now, we're going to take your house or this. You know, they use the language that's prohibited, you know, by law. So I was like, you know what, maybe people need to understand there is no law. We just feel obligated because we never read, you know. So that's when I titled the first book, What Law Says You Have to Pay a Bill. Of course, to this day, I've put, I don't have millions, but I said, I'll pay you millions if you can find the law. No one's going to find the law. You know, again, we just wasn't taught. So it's something I think that if you really think about it, we've been bamboozled, we've been swindled when it comes to being obligated to pay per se, you know, just on the language of the bills. So I heard you and Coco Kakalaka earlier talking about y'all pay bills, y'all pay bills. What law says you have to pay a bill, Coco?
Yeah, have to pay a bill.
Look here,
Tired
But
of paying bills.
I
listen,
get it.
listen. If somebody can show me where I don't have to pay it, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I, don't,
You ready?
I might.
I can tell you right now. I can tell you.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, please, but also, I've seen. Look, you out here getting people checks. I, s-
Yeah.
Look, okay. Down here, we joke around that you can always tell it's tax season because there's somebody dancing around on the corner with a sign or a great big check. I'm like, I can tell it's tax season because it's look.
Mm-hmm.
There's two ways I can tell it's tax season. As a spiritual worker, right? Everybody wants some work done. I'm like, y'all just got y'all's taxes.
You know it.
Y'all just
Look,
get,
they want to read as soon as they get them taxes because they ain't been able to do it the whole year
and I absolutely
because it was
understand.
77, and they didn't have it. So
Look, so Miss Ozma. So we had this running joke here
Mhm.
because Coco said she was going to do her readings for what was it, $777 and 77
and
cents
77. Yeah,
because
there you
over
go.
on TikTok you got to have like these weird numbers to coincide
Angel.
Everything
with.
got to be an angel number. Boom,
Right.
there you
Mhm.
go.
So I said, me, because she swears I'm a hater. I'm not. I said, well, I'm gonna come around and do it for $333.33.
Yeah, he said he was gonna undercut me,
And then
That ain't right.
she was like 111.11. I'm like, well, 77.77 then. We gonna
and I said I ain't going no lower than that 111. You got that.
Mhm. She got
like
negotiation
It,
skills already. She
them,
ready for
those are your clients, okay?
but yeah, so either people gonna come because that's I know it's tax season, or when I see the people dancing with the big checks, I know it's
it.
tax season. And what got me in this long roundabout conversation was so I get invested. So I click the y'all streams because I see you on YouTube as well
Mhm.
or on Instagram. And I'm like, how all these people talking about you and they checks? Who is paying these people these checks?
So the very first person that got a six-figure check was from Capital One. Anybody know who Capital One is? I might be familiar with them. You might have heard about it just a little bit. But Capital One, as y'all know, is the big credit card company. They're a creditor, right? They're supposed to give you a credit line and, then you pay it back. But unfortunately, when they do that, they participate in illegal activities by asking for it too many times, writing things in their contract they shouldn't write. So the student basically enforces rights by writing a letter. They call this bluff because they're Capital One. They big and mighty, right? They was like, oh, these people don't know what they talking about. It's consumer stuff off the internet. Pulled up in court. The judge was like, come in the chambers and wrote him a check. So it's basically the unfairness, the illegal collection activities they do. In some states, they allow you to treble damages. So treble mean you could times it by 3. So if it's a simple $3,000 violation, you're gonna get that times 3. So the money can go up and up and up, and depending on the violations, whether it's unfair language in the contract, whether it is phone calls, because they can't call you certain times a day. They can't just pick up and like Coco, it's time to pay right now, because Coco didn't give them permission that day to call. So they didn't even have permission to even call her phone. So every little thing they do, they pretty much violate you. And the kicker is everybody's debt collectors. Everybody. Like it's not one corporation that's not a debt collector. So it's not just Capital One Visa or Midland Funding or LVNB. It's the IRS, it's your social services, it's everybody. Anybody that's entered into a consumer credit transaction. So the six figures come in when it comes to multiple violations, and we've had several students to get six-figure checks.
See, I'm over here perplexed because you see what I did,
Okay.
Coco? Perplexed.
Perplexed.
Yep.
You did that. You
I'm
did
telling you.
that.
I'm telling
Show
you.
out
I'm
vocabulary.
more than just a country boy with a pretty face.
Uh,
But see, the
like you
thing
got
is,
vernacular.
I'm like, wait, of her who?
Vernacular.
Okay,
See what I did there?
yeah, good job, good job. But see, the thing is, okay, I'm like, all right, this is amazing. Okay, I want to sign up, learn more about this. I know, you're gonna tell us how, but then also,
Mhm.
I might need to stop calling some people. Because I swear, look, when you said they can't call Coco too many times, I'm like, listen, that's why I don't loan money to this day. If it leaves my hand, I've given it to you because listen, I don't care
Yeah,
if I have given you a bag of Fritos and you said you're gonna pay me back.
I want it.
So does this apply?
The crumbs at the bottom too.
Right, I want all mine back. I want all mine back. So can this apply civilly if say I loan Coco $500 and we signed a promissory note.
Interesting language. I love it. Absolutely not. Because you gave her something of value. You gave her Cheetos that cost you money. You paid for it out your pocket. You gave it to her, so she's gonna take some money out of her pocket and give it back to you. No bank or anybody ever gave you a. Can I curse? Oh no, we don't want to get banned. They didn't give you a gas thing. I can't say the curse word. It's a slogan I say, but I can't curse up here, right?
You know what? Yes. So the thing about YouTube is, as long as you get past the first couple of minutes, it's so weird. Like they're very specific. You've got to get
Oh,
past the first like 120, 180 seconds with no
got
curse words. So yeah, no, we're good.
okay. So basically, you don't have to pay a fuck ass.
I'm
You don't.
very
Okay.
rarely do I see those two
He's
strung
like, okay,
together.
let me let him fly.
Right.
But yeah, the violations add up. So outside of calling, I know you said the business relationship. Say for instance, Coco didn't go to you or let's say the rental place up there, the storage place. That she just got a text saying, "Hey, we got a special. Come by here today." She didn't do business with them. She get $500 for that text
Not at
message.
all.
And if she got her name in the
Mm.
public domain, do not call registry.gov. That's $1,500 because that was intentionally because their job was supposed to check the registry before they even text her. So you could just get money from text messages. You ain't even did business with nobody.
I'm about to
That's what
go.
it's
I got a phone number full of money, right? I got me a call log full of money at this moment
Yes,
because
absolutely.
all day long my phone is ringing and I have to answer it because I'm thinking it might be a potential client,
Right.
answer it and it's always a miss.
hmm
Always.
And the phone
Mm,
companies are helping
I'm
us
about
out
to be rich.
spam. So you know it's spam. So you know you ain't did business with them. That's how smart your phone is. We get a
Mm.
spam. Oh, it's spam. All right, spam. TCPA, Telephone Consumer Protection Act. That's where you get paid up under $500 per text or $1,500 per call.
Now see,
Wow.
and you take, well, I don't say you take people to court, but you show people how to go about enforcing their rights and things like that. Correct?
Yes, I do have a trial litigation class specifically for court because court is the most important part of it. So
Mm.
yes, we do trial litigation, and I have like a ebook, like a courtroom clarity with all the rules of evidence. Because if you go in a courtroom, you got to know the rules, and everything's evidence. If they can prove it, you lost. But if they can't, you won. And they can never prove shit because you know what the evidence is, what the rules are. So yeah, federal rules of evidence. I have the book, and trial litigation. We have that class.
Oh, look, see, and in the spirit of working both sides, before I even started this process, of course we go to the ancestor altar because that's like the cornerstone of what it is we do.
Right.
But I would go down to whatever courthouse is closest to me. That's one of the things people don't get. You don't have to necessarily get dirt from the court, where you're going to be having this situation going on, just any courthouse. And I get some of that dirt. I probably ring it around a blue candle because most court case candles are blue. And a little bit of crossroads dirt to sow a little bit of confusion because that's what the crossroads is. It's not necessarily a place of confusion as it is a place of choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
The crossroads dirt will cause me to make the right decisions and everyone in the courtroom to make the wrong decisions.
Mm.
And
See, she does it too. It's not
I knew
just
she was
me.
gonna say that. I did it on
what?
purpose.
It's
I did it
you,
on
Aiden.
purpose because I know y'all did it on purpose.
Listen, and then I would like that before I started the process, and any paperwork, and that would be like a continuous candle for me. Even though that candle will eventually burn down, I'd replace it with another one. And because see someone in the chat mentioned emails. Any email, I make a second copy, right? Because you want to print out some, I assume, and I would burn one to ashes and sprinkle the ashes around that. I'm telling you, and a lot of people don't understand how a lot of spirituality works. Magic, and I hate the term magic, but it is what it is. It flows through the path of least resistance. Whenever I do a money working, money comes to me through whatever irons I personally have in the fire. It never just falls out the air. I wish it does. I wish it did, right? So either people want more readings. People would want, they want to visit www.trueconjure.com. People might want work done or candle service because those are the irons that I have in the fire. But just because we have these static irons, because a lot of people, they'll get more overtime. They may get, more clients when you're the best hairstylist in the city of Atlanta. But who's to say that filing this court paperwork is not an iron that you put into fire in order to get that money to you.
Absolutely, I agree. I love it.
It is for sure.
So it's food. It is food for thought. A lot of times people think I need to do a court case working. Just do a money drawing. If you're trying to get some money, do a money drawing. It'll come to you.
And it's rightfully yours. It's not like you're stealing or making something up. Like you literally proven it belongs to you. You know, so it's not like theory. It's literally federal law, and federal law trumps state law any day.
Yeah, they about to hate to see me coming.
Yeah, they be like, "Oh, your policy. Our policy says your policy. Federal law trumps that anytime." So we can talk about that another time.
Absolutely.
And keep pushing.
Miss Ozma, how do these people get in touch with you? By these people, I mean the wonderful, beautiful people of the Broken Army.
Oh, you
These
people.
I did not say you people. Our wonderful listeners and viewers and family members and friends.
They can visit my website. It is a nonprofit, Scale Inc. INC.org. So scaleinc.nc.org. Find my email there, contact form, send me an email. I am revamping the website, so everything is not on there right now. So if you want to just contact me about a question, I'll point you in the right direction. We'll see how we go from there.
Okay, and I see a couple of your people in here. If y'all want to put her information in the chat, that would really help us out.
Thank you.
If y'all want to do that, and mods, if you see her information being posted in the chat, do me a favor and copy and paste it, and that way we can have it available in case someone asks. And she is in the Discord, y'all. Let me listen. Do y'all hear this music playing?
A ghost.
Where did that come from? I have no idea where this music is coming from. But anyway, so let me tell y'all what is going on here. We have had several people on this podcast who weren't the most technologically savvy. Now, Coco, last week, I don't know what was going on with her. But I mean, it is what it is. I said, Coco, there's no reason why you are as young as you are.
Oh, boy.
And don't know how to get this stuff together. But I digress.
That was the studio. That was not me.
Well, we'll let that
We were
slide.
both in the same studio, but the studio put like a brick wall between us. So like you couldn't see me in there and I couldn't see you in there. So
shout out Evie Mux. Thank you for that. And
tried it.
But we found a workaround. So before Coco, there was somebody else who could not figure out how to get in a Discord, do this. I'm like, it's just keep clicking buttons. And I said, oh, okay, well there. We are squared away now. Everyone knows how to get on the air and we're gonna be great. Enter Miss Ozma, who verifiably, because I don't know if y'all were paying attention, okay, has gotten people 6-figure payouts, okay, or taught people how to do it, right? Has gone on financial literacy or education tours, is a published author, New York Times and everything. And I said, hey, come to Discord. And she goes, how do I do that? And I'm like, we're at a time where, and okay, ladies, my sister stands up for y'all. She's like, well, listen, they don't put out instruction manuals or anything anymore. I said, that's because everything is just keep on clicking until something happens.
So you figure it out. Click until it clicks.
Right. Click until it clicks. Well,
I made it though.
Note to self, trademark, click until it clicks.
Too late.
How you gonna trademark somebody else's stuff?
You know how many people?
That's fine. You can trademark it. You got to cut me in.
Do you know how many people have stolen my workings and claimed them for themselves? No, doggone, I'm getting back. But no, so
you can't trademark my stuff and then talk to me every day though.
Why I can't? In your face.
Say you ain't gonna know.
Like in your
you
face.
Ain't gonna know.
But y'all, so Miss Ozma here extremely intelligent unless it involves electricity. Because I have popped
That's
into
all
her
right.
streams both on YouTube and TikTok and seen her pecking furiously at her iPad.
Tell me, hold on, y'all.
I hear
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Yep.
pecking furiously at her iPad. So the thing is, she'll she'll get you she'll get you paid. Just don't ask how to digitally transfer the funds. They had to write a paper check.
That's right. Send through the
Mail
mail.
it.
Snail mail. Money orders only. Post
Look,
office only.
it's
Just like in jail.
insane.
Got you.
Not the JPay.
They under
Who
scrutiny.
who JPay?
See, he talking about
She
us. and he ain't know
said, she said like in jail. I said not the JPay. Bruh, it's correct.
Not the
Yes.
JPay. Oh my goodness. But Miss Ozma, we would love to have you back on with you're doing some financial literacy things. Do you have any upcoming webinars, any upcoming seminars, any upcoming tours?
I do. I just thought about that. Thank you for that. The legal summit. I haven't since COVID shut everything down. I had stopped going on tour, but this is my first time coming back in person for the legal summit. It's a legal empowerment summit, and so 8-hour workshop with several workshops throughout there, hitting on disputing not only credit reports but your bank reports, your medical reports, your tenant reports, all these things, credit denials. We're talking a little bit about court. We're pretty much helping you lay a foundation to get started in your law journey. So if you just new to law and you're trying to get, that extra footing, it's good foundation. And that'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina, March 8th, 2025.
Okay.
And the tickets are very affordable, super affordable. I've never done anything under 3 figures.
Listen, all right. So y'all heard it here first.
Like that energy.
I'm trying to tell you. Listen, y'all
I
heard it
need
here
more
first.
people like that around me, Kay.
I wish I'd have known you when I was coming to Atlanta to get my hair done, flying every month to Nap Store. I would have came to you.
Ah, you should have told me. Plus, we have to check into our lineage. I'm serious about that.
Yes, I remember. Yep.
I remember that too, and I was like, it's a small world.
It is a small world.
Look, and the thing is, I said, Ozma, before we got on, I was telling Coco, I said, both of y'all are brown skinned and mean. So
We just
That's okay.
we're confident. That's all. Our confidence scares people.
I just stand on what I said,
period. On business. Barefoot, 10 toes down.
absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Ma'am, thank you.
Y'all.
Thank you so much
We
for coming. We'll see you next
appreciate
go round. See
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Bye-bye.
All right. So that was Miss Ozma, y'all. Y'all,
That was good info. Just in the few minutes that she was in here, I'm over here thinking, like, let me take Capital One name to the bottom of this. Give me your money candle.
Listen, I was writing stuff down, and then I like, wait a minute, I don't want to write it
Hey,
in
that
here.
was good info.
Don't want to write it in the death note, but yeah,
No,
that
don't
was
write it in
honestly
there.
something I was thinking about, because we are in a time, and I joke around, and then sometimes I actually get mad when I'm like, people want spirituality to do everything for them now. They want the candle to do everything. They want the ancestors to do everything, right? But they don't want, they don't want to do any of the legwork themselves. And so with that, even with money working, so this is something that, okay, you can light your money candle and then go after the same people. That's what I thought is great. It's like part hex, part money draw. You going after the people who coming after you.
And it's kind of like double dipping. Like, y'all done already gave me this money. It's spent. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm coming back because now you violated me. So now you got to give me some more.
Right. And that is Miss Ozma in the chat, y'all. Second Chances and Life Experiences Inc. So there she is right there. Y'all make sure y'all go.
Yeah, that's a
and
win-win
follow
right
her.
there.
Yes, it is. So what else we
You know
have?
how many people I'm finna get $500 from?
Oh, Lexi, I didn't know it had gotten so late, Lexi. I apologize. Do you want to come on next week, and then we'll or do you want me to go ahead and tell your story? Which one? You let me know if you're still in the chat. But while she's deciding,
No, that I was ready for that story. She said tell it for her though.
she did, because look, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what she put in there earlier, that the kids just wouldn't be quiet, so she wanted you to tell it on her behalf.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I promise I will do it justice. Okay, I promise I'll do it
You know, I keep
justice.
tabs on the chat. I got y'all.
Because I mean, it is absolutely an interesting one. And the thing is, I love first person stories. And if anyone else has a first person paranormal story, please get in touch with me. If we use it on air, I will send you a Cash App. And we actually have one lined up for next week as well. So I don't know if everyone or if anyone knows. I believe we've talked about it before, or she's talked about it. That Lexi is a, a survivor of, battling some very serious health issues. Okay. As great and as bubbly as she is, I would have expected nothing less of her. She's a fighter. She's tough. And so, as was told to me, she was, in the hospital receiving treatment. Okay, it was one of those extensive treatments where they hook you up to machines, they hook you up to infusion pumps or whatever, and this was, a somewhat regular process, to the point where you're sitting in a room like that, and you're receiving your treatment, you're receiving your infusion, kind of get to know the people around you. And there was this old lady that's, regularly sat across from her, and they would chit chat or whatever, and they would talk, and they got to know each other pretty well. And she noticed, over time, one day, the lady's family would come, and they visit her, and Lexi got to know the family, and it was just one big, we're all gonna get through this together type of thing, which is great. So one day after the family had left, the lady's husband showed up. And, he introduced himself to Lexi, and, would go and spend time with his wife and everything. And then he would leave. And this became a regular occurrence where the older lady's husband, he was also an older gentleman, would come in and sit and, talk to his wife and spend time, and would also speak to Lexi. Well, one day he came in, and, same routine. He spoke to Lexi and said, "Hey, it's a good day." He's all smiles. And she was like, "Really? It's a good day?" And he was like, yeah, because, we're getting ready to go home. And she was like, "Oh, great." Because, when other people are treatment, that happens a lot. People will finish their treatment. If there's inpatient treatment, they'll finish it and then they'll go home. Okay. So she was excited for the old lady. She was happy. She's like, "Oh, wow, that's so great. Y'all get to go home. Awesome." And so she didn't think anything of it. And she went to the, treatment was over. She went to her room. Well, that night she heard, well, she didn't hear, but she found out the next morning that there had been some coding going on during the night. Right. And she woke up and she decided she's going to check on her friend, the old lady, and see, well, did you hear what was going on? The room was empty. And so she asked one of the nurses, she said, "Oh, did Miss Such and Such go home?" And the nurse looked at her like, "You didn't hear all the, the code such and such that went out?" And Lexi said, she was like, "No, what happened?" She's like, "She passed away last night." And she's like, "Oh no, her husband said they were going home." And she's like, "Wait, her husband? What do you mean her husband?" And
I knew it.
Lexi gave the nurse the husband's name, and the nurse said, "How do you know him? He died months ago."
Oh my God.
And so, come to find
Oh
out,
my God.
she starts talking to the nurses, like, because she's like, no, this is what he looks like. And they're like, "Yeah." And this is what, and he would come in all these days. And she said, and look, the skin, the hair on my arms is starting to raise. She said,
You and me both.
"You walked in when he was here visiting, you like when I was talking to them, Coco, come to find out the entire time, because Lexi has long hair, they thought that she had earbuds in and was on the
I
phone.
was talking to somebody. Oh
Yep.
my God.
They thought she was on the
Yeah, y'all
phone.
gonna give me my discharge papers. It's haunted in here. I gotta go. Mm-mm. Immediately no.
So when he
Get somebody else to do it.
said that he was happy because they get to go home,
He wants him out the house.
he was talking
Next
about
time they go to
the
the upper
upper
room
room.
together.
Hmm.
With
With
Jesus.
Jesus. And so, hearing that story, one, you get the instinctual ghost story type of reaction, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then you also get, I don't know about you, but me, it's like, because I
It's
was
also kind of sweet.
exactly. And even though we live, not live, but we are in an heavily spiritual and ancestral practice. For a lot of people, there's still that fear of the unknown. And even though I don't feel like it's unknown. I know who's on the other side of that altar and who's not in a
Right.
doll, not in a big mama doll,
Down in a bucket.
down in a doggone bucket, right?
Wrapped in swaddling clothing.
You
Laying
know,
in a manger.
you know what? What is swaddling clothing? Okay. You mean to tell me? Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me when I buy Noonie those Pampers swaddlers, that's what that is?
Yeah, but back in the day, like when Jesus was a baby, they didn't have diapers. They used like the fabric and they wrapped him up. And then they had, they little cloth that they swaddled him in. When you take the baby blanket and you wrap him in that little cocoon thing, you know what swaddling is. Stop it.
One of these days. Well, I mean, it ain't gonna happen now because these jokers about grown now. I said one of these days I'm gonna figure out how to wrap a baby up in cloth and put like the pin on there, like you see in the cartoons.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But they sell them fabric diapers. That's a thing. I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. Cause the way that kids release themselves, it's a no. I'm not rewashing that.
No lie. Early on with Wreck-It Ralph, because he came first. I thought it'd be a good
Hmm.
idea just to let him out back with Hoodoo Dog and just let him just crawl around and
Said, do what you do out
figure
there,
it out.
son.
Figure it out.
No.
Right.
Mm-mm.
But
Bad
I
idea.
thought it'd be funny if I looked out in the backyard and he just hunched over. You know how dogs do? He'd be just hunched.
Yeah, but you know what? Then you gonna have an issue when you let them back in the house.
Ain't that the truth? Look, either that or defects. Be like, sir,
You try to house break your child.
look, hit him on the nose
Come
with
here, nephew.
hit him on the nose with a newspaper. No, no. Rub his nose. You know what?
Look, and I don't know whether I should call defects or Peter at that point because which one you training?
He identifies as. Let me stop. You know what?
His pronouns are.
Furry. What is a furry? Listen, now that I don't even want that to be on this show because
No,
somebody was
please.
saying something
You
about
started. You
furries, and
started
I don't
it.
even want to. I don't even
No, I
want that to
already
be
know where
on this
that's
show.
going. We're not going there.
We're not going there. But so here's the thing, because I heard you say, "Give me my discharge papers because this hospital is haunted." But is it though? Is it
No,
though?
that's actually really sweet when you think about it. And just because tomorrow's Valentine's Day, that actually was kind of beautiful.
Humbug.
Now, I think it would be some shock. I think there would be a little bit of shock once I
Humbug.
realized, like, see, you acting like me at Christmas time. Stop it. Stop it.
Humbug.
You forgot the ba.
That's
Humbug.
for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Just humbug.
Just
Just
humbug.
for Valentine's Day. We just take the first part off. Oh.
Yeah. Happy 8-week anniversary of the last time I gave you a pile of stuff.
What are you getting? Do you know if you're getting anything since you acting like the Grinch who
Well,
stole Valentine's Day?
I have been looking at a couple of televisions. I've been looking at a couple of
Okay.
televisions. I
I
have,
already got that.
you know what? I I invested in fan base.
That's a good gift. That's
Don't
gonna be the gift they keep on
it's gonna
giving.
it's gonna blow up.
I'm
I,
getting ready to give him my money too. Don't even feel bad. I'm
right
about to throw it back in there.
there you go. There you go. But anyway, I'm just kidding. Like Naomi in the chat wanted to point out. Yes, I love love. So any day that you can love somebody, go on and love somebody. Like Dr. King said, you know, all I want to do was love somebody.
You definitely love because you kind of like muscled me into a relationship. I didn't I was focused on getting money.
You know what? I got so sick.
I was over here like,
I'm like Coco. Listen, go ahead and get booed up. No, because you know what it was. You were like the other Natalie of my friend group. Every time someone mentions love, there's Natalie. I don't know love. I don't need my cat. I don't even tell these people to go away. I'm like Coco. Pause.
look, because
Pause.
sometimes you get in a relationship with the wrong people, then the money go away. So,
Ain't that the
and when
truth?
I get to the point where you get on my nerves, where like the holidays come around and I really don't want to spend my money on you, we have a problem because when I really like you, I spend money on you like I sell drugs. So
Ain't that the listen?
I definitely, my brain be like, we got it, ball out, go big. Okay. He gonna love it. But
If
if I
you
don't like you like that, it's just like, oh, it's Christmas. I gotta buy
if
him
you ever see me start getting stingy, we on the way out. Look,
it is over with.
I'm
It is
I'm
over with. Cause I definitely am a spender.
I'm saving for my exit strategy.
Mm-hmm. Feel it.
Look,
I
Bianca in the
feel
chat
that.
says millionaire status with love. I understand. I understand. But then that's good. That's good. I'm buying, looking for another snake.
Are you?
Yeah, too. I love snakes. That's what we're gonna do. Happy Valentine. I'm gonna teach you to curl around in a heart shape.
What you gonna do if one of the things ever get loose in the house? Just
It has happened before.
oh Lord.
So one of them, one of my grandkids, the little babies, got out and made his way to the kitchen. And the only way I knew was my sister was walking towards the refrigerator. And, to put it bluntly, my sister's not terribly athletic. I have seen her run, but it was always something chasing her. Okay. When I tell you she could have gotten an Olympic gold medal for
I know
hurdles,
that's right.
I'm talking about high step.
Shoot out of there.
Coco, for like a half a second, I think she did like the double jump you can only do in video games where you jump and then
Yeah.
jump again.
That
Because,
boom boom. Yeah.
yeah, look, I was like, come on down off that ceiling, Spider Woman. And I said, what's
Not the
wrong with
Super
you?
Mario jump.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was a little snake. So, yeah, when it gotten out,
She was trying to get the little gold coin at the top. So go.
right? Listen, okay, how about it was like a video of a dude stepping up onto a bus and he slipped and fell and all his change fell out his pocket and you heard somebody in the background talking about damn Sonic. I was like, yeah.
Knock the rings out
Right.
of him.
Look, like
Boom. Over with.
somebody said, damn Sonic. And I'm like,
No, my favorite is when people edit the videos for the rings to actually be bouncing out. That's my favorite.
listen, I saw that on another podcast. Hopefully we never get to this status where
Please.
dude he was on another show. He was on another show and I guess him and the host and the guest where they had some kind of beef and like they stood up and I guess they were gonna square up on the podcast, headphones flying everywhere. And dude hit this joker so hard. You saw he hit him so hard, his knees buckled, and his head stayed in the position in which he just got punched. Like, hold on, I can't listen. When y'all listen to the audio version,
Finish him.
just imagine. Listen, I'm about to show what. Listen, dude got hit, and he was just like in place.
Was it like a little rock back and forth?
Listen,
You know how Mortal Kombat, when they about to fall out, they just kind of do this
Just-
for a second before they fall.
I swear, for half a second, I saw the little birds tweedly-deeting around his head.
Right.
But anyway,
The Looney Tunes with the
but
stars.
somebody edited the rings into that video, and I was like, yeah, that's terrible.
You know how
that is terrible.
embarrassing that is to like get on the internet and see somebody that edited Sonic rings into your video just so they can knock them out. I think you've lost that life at that point.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day, Coco, as a lady, if you see your man in public getting knocked out like that, like, do y'all stay together? Like, do you try to console him, or on the inside you be like, God? Like,
I think it
don't
depends
love you
on
no
the
more.
situation. Is this like a one-on-one situation? Was the dude bigger than him? Like, what's the situation? You got to add the specifics in for
He had
me.
the most mouth. He was the aggressor. Stood up and got shellacked.
I'm gonna be honest. It would be like I probably wouldn't break up with him at that point, but I would be looking at him funny moving forward. Like, so am I gonna have to protect both of us?
Oh my gosh. Would
You know what? I'm gonna just keep my heat in my purse at that point because clearly
Hey, look,
I can't count on you.
I told. So I can't. I'm from Southwest Atlanta. We have fought all the time coming up, and then you fight your cousins. It's just a way of life from back then.
Yeah.
You know, not saying I'm the best, won some and lost some, right? But there was this time, and I told this story before, and it was Halloween. Now, in high school, a lot of times they were like, you know, that dude there.
I got beat up on Halloween.
No, this is what happened. So me and my cousin went on a double date to Tom Savini's Crypt of Terror. You know, they have it every year up in Atlanta, or I think it's out in Gwinnett now. And, you know, we walking in with our dates. And, you know, that's the thing. You just walk through and whatever. That's my first time going to a scary house like that.
Is it still called the same thing?
I think so.
Okay, because you know they have what is it? Netherworld that's in Gwinnett. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't that one. So let me tell you, we start going in, and I'm like, oh shoot, this ain't nothing, you know, because we're young. So of course I'm at the age where I'm still flexing. After you get old, you don't flex no more. It just is what it is. So I'm like, all right, you know, come on, ladies, let's go. We go. There's this long hallway, and we start walking down the hallway. Dude busts out with a chainsaw through the wall. Vroom, vroom. So I'm like, pew. I mean, I took off. Right? And so I got to the end of the hallway, and I'm like, boy, he thought he had us, boy. What y'all? They still at the
He did have them.
They still at the they still at the beginning of the hallway. And I look at my date.
They were ready to cross that line.
Coco, my date was looking at me like this.
Listen, you know what's funny is that happened to me before, but it was my mama, and she left me when the clown with the chainsaw came out. We went to the Ripley's, believe it or not, haunted house, but I think I was turning like 12, so we went to the one on Myrtle Beach. And we get almost to what looks like the end of the haunted house, okay? And I'm thinking like, oh my God, it's almost over with. They had this big wide open window where you could see outside on the strip, like it wasn't glassed in or anything. Like you could really like reach your arm out. So I'm thinking it's over with. Like we about to go outside. Man, Out of nowhere comes this clown with this chainsaw, and it's me, my sister, and my mom. My mom and my sister take off. Okay, they take off. The clown is like in between us, so it's either like I'm kind of like jump in, jump out because I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, and I can't believe she left me like that. When I say I had nightmares about that forever. Oh my god! And I looked at her different. You just left me to
Listen,
die.
listen,
You just
my sister, look, she's a testament to family love because she is deathly afraid of snakes.
mm-hmm.
And my
But she
shoulder,
tolerates them for you.
right? Because my shoulder is out of whack, and it tells where that lump come from. I literally just found it just now. So Tony Baker, I took him out, and I was like, hey, will you clean his cage for me? Just take his paper out and put new paper in there. And she did it. My sister loves me. Over at the shop, I have some other snakes, and she will stop and pick y'all's orders up and bring them over here to package and stuff like that. So a few months ago, a wild ghetto snake made it into the house over there. Made it into the
Why
shop
ghetto snake?
because I have
One of the
refined.
peasants.
Yeah, I have refined snakes. So it was one of the little outside ghetto snakes. Made it into the house. She came running over here, whatever. And I was like, so I caught the thing, threw it outside because I didn't want him contaminating my population. So ever since then, she's been hesitant about going over there, right? How about she's been slowly getting over that fear, and so she's like, all right, I'm finna go over there and pack some and get some orders together so I can pack them. Wreck-It Ralph had been restless, and I know he wanted to go outside, but I had stuff to do, so I was like, why don't you take Wreck-It Ralph with you? She's like, no, because one of the snakes might be out. And I was like, oh, I said, no, they ain't gonna bother. She's like, no, I hate to knock him down on the way out the door. I was like, God.
Tell you because every man for himself.
Right. I'm
Listen,
like,
baby, I love you, but if you can't save yourself, you on your own.
it's survival of the fittest out here.
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph.
I was like, golly. Look, I remember
He
one
said there
time.
won't be no alliances.
Look, look, I'm sorry. Look, I'm still fairly young. Could make another one look kind of like you. But yeah, that was. I mean, that was that. I mean, I don't have any. In the spirit of ghost stories, I will say, how on Halloween at Six Flags they have the Halloween Havoc or whatever they have.
Yeah, Fright Fest.
Fright Fest. So when I was growing up, they have people dressed up as like Freddy, Jason, whatever, and they run up to you.
Right.
I remember one time the city had gone in the Bankhead courts and given out tickets to Six Flags as like an incentive for, I don't know why they did that. When I tell you Six Flags
You
was
just
not
imagine
ready.
that now.
See,
I know they weren't.
If y'all don't understand, Bankhead Courts is like a housing project type thing that we had going on in the city of Atlanta. And typically, you didn't have to worry about them in Six Flags because they could not afford to go.
All right.
But they got free tickets. When I tell y'all, I saw Freddy Krueger tote one of the most serious
Right in
ass
front.
whoopings. Look, poor Freddy was on the ground screaming and crying. They were whooping Freddy's tail.
No, I know it. And somebody was out there hollering out Bankhead.
Golly, that was
Poor
terrible.
Freddy.
Poor Freddy. I mean,
He didn't know what he signed up for that night.
He did. He did not.
He signed up for his own nightmare on Elm Street.
Look, Freddie went to Grady. I bet you he went to Grady.
Only to be terrorized by some more of them in that hospital. They the patients.
God. The ones who got shot and didn't make it. Anyway,
He thought he got away.
they're like, nightmare number 2, Freddie.
I'm telling you, but don't close your eyes.
Listen, I can't. I can't.
Look,
But
you liable to be in Grady with the inmates next to you, chained to the bed, anything.
listen, okay, remind me to tell you my Grady story next week
Okay.
because
All right. I got one too.
I think everybody from Atlanta has a Grady story. But let me, oh man, listen, they lost me.
They lost you.
Yeah, they lost me in a hallway. In a hallway.
Lose the patient.
And
Ma'am, I just been sitting here.
I hear that Grady is better now, but God, I hope so.
Is it?
I heard it's better now.
That's still my last option.
I had a
Unless
Grady.
I got a gunshot wound. They
That's what I
got a
was
good
about to
trauma
say.
department.
If you've been shot, stabbed, sliced open, caught up in some
Or a
barbed
terrible
wire,
car accident, something like that. Yeah.
yeah, go to Grady. Their trauma center is the best in the South. But once they stabilize you, get up out of there because they will heal you from a gunshot wound to the head and then you die of a hangnail. they're like, what happened? How they pass? He got a blister on his pinky toe.
Silly.
Wasn't nothing we could do. We did our best. Anyway,
discharge papers immediately.
Coco, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Oh, do you have a root herb of the week for the people? You know, the people were asking for it, so we just have to give the people what they asked for.
The person.
My favorite person. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? I reckon I do. I reckon I do. I reckon I do.
All right.
And it's funny because I'm actually about to release a video on it. So yeah, here y'all get a sneak peek.
Right on time.
And it's actually devil's shoestring. Now, a lot of people,
Sorry.
and there's always been a like people disagree on which actual plant is devil's shoestring, because sometimes people say, oh, it's like the like crabgrass. If you go out like towards like Iowa and whatever, they had this weed that they called devil's shoestring because it would catch the plow and whatnot. Down here, it's a species of honeysuckle and things like that. But was that your stomach?
No, I was sliding the microphone.
Oh, all I heard was ground. I was like, God, we need to get off
No,
of
I
here.
slid it. I didn't know it was gonna slide like that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I thought that was your stomach, but anyway. So devil's shoestring in hoodoo a lot of times is thought of as a good luck plant. But in actuality, it is not necessarily a good luck as much as it is a protection. When we think about devil's shoestring, the purpose, just the name itself, kind of harkens back to when you were a little kid and you walk around with your shoelaces untied and somebody would say, you better tie your shoestrings because you'll step on them, trip and fall. And so that plant was called the devil's shoestring because it is felt that it will trip the devil up on his way to your house to drop off a little bit of devilment and hexes, curses, jinxes, whatever. He'll trip and fall and not actually make it to your house. So it's not necessarily something good luck as much as it keeps bad luck away. So that's devil's shoestring. One of the best uses. Jimmy, if you in here, if you take some devil's shoes, because I like to give y'all the obscure uses of things, because you can absolutely sprinkle it in front of your house and it keeps bad luck away. But fellas, if you soak it in some whiskey and then pour the whiskey over your hands, just like you would do, like say chamomile for gambling. But if you soak devil's shoestring in some whiskey, then pour the whiskey over your hands, then it'll give you control over the ladies around you that you lay hands on.
Don't touch me.
So back in the day, when y'all would hear stories about certain pastors who has the front row of the church, Pastor Feelgood done laid hands on Sister Taylor.
Not Pastor Feelgood. Pastor PHIL Good.
Pastor
with E at
Feelgood
the
done
end.
laid hands on, and then it gives control. Another thing is if you keep devil's shoestring inside of a white bag with a little bit of protection powder, then it'll give you good luck. Or if you make a mojo bag that is stuffed predominantly with devil's shoestring, it will absolutely help to like clean a house if you just soak it in holy water and walk around the house sprinkling it around. It'll clean the house of like negative energy, negative entities, and things like that. Or you can put some in a bag and hang it over the doorway to like a child's room, and it stops bad dreams and stuff. Kind of like a dream catcher from Native Americans, but that's just our way of doing it. Keeps the hang away. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
I knew you was coming back with something.
But wait, there's more. If you take 2 bundles of devil's shoestring and twist them up like like a braid, and then you twist them together, the person, and then you toss that twisted up bundle in somebody's room, office, car, whatever, it'll give them bad luck. Because, well, what's the significance there? If the devil's shoestring is the untied shoelace tripping the devil up, if you tie his shoestrings up, he can walk freely.
He about to be Mr. Get Right. Okay. I like that one.
He can walk
You
freely at that
you
point.
hate with that
I've
one.
been-
Okay, friend.
Been
Yes.
doing this forever. Been doing this forever.
Yeah, you did that one.
All right.
Look, but you know what? We were laughing yesterday about how I don't like visitor time at church when they be like, "All right, we'll shake 3 people's hand."
Mm-hmm.
See, now you just clarified why I feel like that. Confirmation. Don't touch me.
Well,
Don't be laying no hands on me. I don't know what you did for you came to church and what's your intent. Well, the devil be in the church too. You know.
I mean, yeah, he goes. All are welcome. All are welcome. But
I find the devil in the church more than anywhere else.
Yeah, cause shoot, that's where y'all, cause he know where y'all were, doggone Saturday night. He said, oh,
Don't say y'all.
He said,
Don't
"Come
say
on." He
I
said,
was
"Come on,
in my
Coco."
bed being holy, saved, and sanctified. Praise the Lord. On Saturdays, I light the candles on my altar. I don't be nowhere. If I'm somewhere, I'm out eating.
I'm an old man. I don't be
They
nowhere.
come on back.
I be in the house watching Voltron. That's that's what I was
See?
doing all the past
I
few
don't
days.
club. I don't club anymore. I don't do any of that. So if you catch me somewhere, I'm probably having a couple of drinks and getting some food, and I'm going back home.
I don't even have drinks no more. But
I'm sorry to
anyway,
hear that.
I know. Anyway,
One of these days.
next week, what we have in store next week? We're gonna have to get together and see. Look, everybody in the chat talking about, don't
Yeah.
touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Listen,
I know that's
that
right.
working right now gonna have
Do
people
not touch me.
paranoid. Have folks paranoid, and doggone Jimmy gonna be out. Jimmy gonna be out here like, come here, come here, come here.
Yeah. People be trying to dap you up, elbow that thing.
I'm
Terms.
gonna bow like I'm Japanese. Hashi.
Yeah, I like that one.
But look, special thanks to Determined Growth for upgrading your channel membership. Shout out to Rooted Source Sounds, been a member for 3 months. That's amazing. Then thank you for the $10 super chat, Rooted Source Sounds. We do appreciate it. Oh, and you came back with a $5 super chat, Brother Gohan.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on through, Brother Gohan, with the gifted membership. If you received a gifted membership, make sure you tell Brother Gohan thank you. He's absolutely amazing. NM08 with the $10 super chat, to forever supporting you all. And we do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it so much.
And X-Pac for becoming a channel member. Let me see if I can. Wait a minute. How do I? Look, I ain't been able to do. Wait. Wait, did it come through?
You over there breaking stuff again?
No, you know what? Hold on. There we go. That's gonna be the default. Thank y'all sound. until we figure this out, that's gonna be the default. Thank y'all sound. Y'all were absolutely Amazing. And next
It's
week,
okay. Next week I'm gonna have my own soundboard together because I just realized you could upload your own sounds on here. I'm
listen,
about to take y'all out with the laughs, okay?
I don't know what. Wait, so you mean the bruh didn't come through?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What about this? That didn't come through. The air
No, it
horn.
didn't.
All right, don't worry. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. But
You don't, but you know, hold on, but you know Discord has.
yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna figure it
Yeah,
out.
there
Don't
you
worry
go. It's
about
on
it.
the screen.
I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry about it. I got this. I got this. So next week we have another paranormal story from another member of the Broken Army. That this one,
It's gonna be good.
yeah,
It's gonna be
this one
good.
just as scary, but without the beauty in it. Okay, because
Yeah.
remember this one had a beautiful little twinge to it. This one, not so much. Not so much. This one is just scary. Okay, and then yeah, make sure y'all check the community posts, and we will see what we're gonna talk about next week. And I'm gonna try to come up with a live stream schedule. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. But in the meantime, y'all better follow me on Fanbase because I'm not streaming. I'm uploading content to TikTok, but my live stream is here in Fanbase. That's it. That's it. But anyway, I'm out of here. Coco, you
Cherie,
got
don't
anything?
text me. No.
Mm-mm. No, and I'm not looking at y'all. Thank y'all so much. Coco, you got anything before we get out of here?
No, but you know, as always, I'm gonna plug myself
You
in. If you
better.
need a barber, a hairstylist, you can go to cocoscissorhands.com. That's COCOASCISSORHAND with a Z at the end.com.
That was long as
Also,
hell.
I know, but I have to spell it for
God.
people because the people be spelling it wrong. Also, if you need a custom neon sign, I also make those by hand, and you can visit the same website for all your good needs.
Book your hairstyle and get a sign made.
Yes, absolutely. And if you need edges, I sell my hair growth serum on the same website.
And next week, fish fry.
Hey.
Thank you. Yeah, y'all have a good one. We up out of here. See y'all next week. Bye, y'all. Like Coco, you gotta get. There we go. There we go.
You know it. I was already on it.